Vibrillionaire Soul Great and Soul Blessings, beautiful Vibrillionaire Soul family, loving, living the Vibrillionaire lifestyle all day, every day. Welcome to Samadhi. I am Michael, along with my wife and I. We are founders and visionaries of Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School, serving both locally, humbly from our hearts out of Yuma, Arizona, all over the world. And here at Samadhi, we love to remind humanity that it's never only about positivity. It's never only about negativity. It's about something much more raw, something much more real, something much more genuine. And that genuineness is you. And I have a very genuine message for you today. So before I share this message, and an invitation for tomorrow's Nature's Inner Gathering, is take a breath. Take a moment to just receive the full blessing of you, the full blessing of this moment, the full blessing of all of life. It's beyond positive, it's beyond negative, it's being here now with all of it. Beautiful, beautiful. And take that breath throughout your day. Take that breath throughout the week. And I guarantee you it'll charge your system. And I mean, this is another way to build your immunity, but it'll charge your system with the awareness of being more present and really seeing things that you couldn't see before because the clarity just was so fogged and misted by so much resistance and so much, cloudiness and conditioning. And this is what I want to talk about for tomorrow's Nature's Inner Gathering. This is just a quick reminder and a quick invitation that we're going to talk about prevention over protection. I hear so many people posting about masks and posting about, all this other stuff, but I don't see, those that are responsible transforming the stuff that is around us, the food. I mean, I don't see anybody preventing, helping people focus on what is going to help us. Being more hydrated, eating more fruits and vegetables, drinking your juices. Shout outs to my wife, the juice garden. This is what I drink from home. This is my immunity builder. This is my prevention, not protection. I'm not going to wait till something hits me to be like, oh shoot, now I need to protect myself. When you focus on prevention, you don't have to worry about protection. And that's how I live my life. I don't worry about being protected because my inner work and, loving life is my greatest antidote for, any kind of resistance and any kind of, mental conditioning that wants to, get in get in the way of that clarity. Not get in the way because it's never in the way, because that's what brings clarity. You got to realize, I don't know what I don't know, to awaken the clarity that is already there. Because all of us are clear. It's just, are we stepping into that clarity that exists within us? Blessings, Sheila. So great to meet you and so great to connect with you. Thank you for joining us. So this is an invitation for tomorrow's Nature's Inner Gathering at 9 a.m. And we do this every week. This is our 46th week. And we are going to share some amazing tools how you can prevent in your life, because prevention comes from love. Prevention comes from awareness. Prevention comes from, giving yourself that investment in you, loving you, showing up for you, honoring you, trusting you. Because this amazing body that we're given is the greatest, most advanced technological blessing that nothing else can come close to. But yet we believe so many other things are more powerful than this body because we've been so conditioned not to trust this body. And when you align with what Mother Nature blesses us with, the fruits and the vegetables, that's what our body recognizes. That's what our body enjoys. That's what our body loves. But if I'm drinking soda, it's gonna affect my thoughts. It's gonna affect my perspective. It's gonna affect my body and the way that I react in my body and how I feel with the awareness of life. So these are the little ripples that make a huge, profound difference in our lives. So Join us tomorrow as we're going to talk about prevention over protection, because protection comes from fear-based, lack, limitation, um, not feeling, worthy enough, not feeling, connected, in secure in that infinite wisdom and that infinite intelligence that provides for all of life. Why would we be an exception? Everything is perfect, from the stars to the microcosm of the atoms in our bodies, and even in the atoms you got subatomic particles, and all of these things work together. Your DNA is full and supplied with more resources than you can ever even imagine, and we're barely touching the surface. And as more people become conscious and do this inner work, which people call shadow work, people call subconscious reprogramming, reconditioning, reawakening, all these different terms, it's all one thing. But when we do that inner work, we awaken more facets like a diamond within our DNA. And we will awaken the superhuman within us, the super qualities within us. Because the qualities of humanity, we haven't really seen to the potential that it's born and designed and destined to be. And it wants to be right now. It is right now. Every one of us are loving beings. I don't care if we're talking about, Trump, or we're talking about, Sadhguru, Tony Robbins, Les Brown. We're talking about the greats. It doesn't matter who we're talking about. We all have this profound connection and potential to be loving beings. I came from the other side of the tracks. I wasn't a very loving being. I didn't realize it. But I'm here to tell you that when we focus on prevention, this is why we do our inner work. We're not waiting for a crisis to happen. We're preventing what can cause the crisis to appear. I mean, really let that sink in, because that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, because I think this is one of the most important messages that humanity can hear. Because we hear all these other, dualistic polarities of, this is better than this works better than this, and I know this, and I know more than this, and it's like, so we're like in this protective state because we don't even know where we fit in. We don't even know what's going on, because, even to this day, we're realizing that the experts that were here for us are really participating in our confusion. I mean, we got experts in white coats telling us one thing, and we got experts in white coats telling us another thing, and it's like, whoa, what the heck? Where do I get my information from? So take a breath with that, because I'm here to remind you, and you're here to remind yourself as I'm your mirror, that you have everything inside of you. Yeah, maybe you need to trust a mentor. Maybe you need to trust someone who's already there, that you want to be where they are. And it's not necessarily materialistic, because yes, it's important. I have financial, mentors, and I'm stepping into a coach right now. So I know I need mentorship with my finances. But let me tell you that there's qualities, that there's people that are already there that they can mentor you so that you can awaken qualities and not wait to die to see if you experience, heaven or, nirvana or all these different things. You can experience this right here, right now. And please, if it's not with us, Alice, and myself, please look for a mentor that is going to really take you to a greater level within you. And that's going to affect your finances. That's going to affect your quality of life. That's going to affect your family. That's going to affect your community. That's going to leave a legacy that is going to build upon itself. Because even if you think about going back to when we grew up, we were programmed and conditioned to be full of fear. Don't do this. Don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. And, focus on how many you get wrong. Don't focus on how many you get right. That's going to determine your grade. And, if you don't do this, this is going to happen to you. The bad things are going to happen to you. And we're not really taught or reminded, and not just with words, but by example. We're not really reminded on the great qualities that we possess. And it's not like we have to read this book so many times or memorize these words so many times or go to this many workshops and go to this many things. It's inherently within us. But those workshops, those books, those mentors serve as a mirror and a reminder on how to more efficiently, with less effort and less going around in circles and repeating the same sabotaging programs and patterns to be here now. So, I said I was going to keep this short. So let me just remind you that this is an invitation for tomorrow's Nature's Inner Gathering. So I hope to see, I trust, not I hope, because I trust and I know that I will see more of you there. And Sheila says, just timing for my morning ritual now. Aw, so it's morning where you are. Beautiful. See, I love this. Like we're connecting all across the world. And this is really a reflection that we're connecting with ourselves. The more you connect with yourself, the more you connect with amazing mirrors like Sheila, Kathleen. She says this message is so universally needed right now and every day until we align with how nature works. Yes. Grisel Ballesteros. Blessings, cousin. Bendiciones. Sheila says prevention is an advance and absolute protection. Daniel Bolin sends hearts. Yes, and I just had this conversation with one of my mentors. And we were having this conversation. Let me take a drink of this beautiful, delicious juice and enjoy it with me because, this is how it works. When you come into greater, more genuine facets of yourself, you bless everyone around you. So thank you for all of you that are doing this work. And I toast life, love, and genuineness to you in your path. And much love and gratitude. Look at got milk, got veggies, got juice. So, in a nutshell, we're here to stop being so much adults and really awaken that child within. Play, live, love, experience the fullness of life. Because, especially men, we've been so conditioned to be macho, to be on this protective, defensiveness. And as women, you were programmed to be quiet and to be in this defensiveness. So we've always been in this defensive state. So we've always been in this protected state. So we are experts at protection, but we're not. We've forgotten how to be experts at prevention. So focus more on prevention. And like I said, we're going to go more into that tomorrow. And this is just the beginning. If you'd like to come on to Nature's Inner Gathering, and if you'd like to share your stories, if you'd like to share your mentorship, if you'd like to share, the tools and things that have worked in your life that can help and serve others, we're in this together. Nature's Inner Gathering is to magnify the greatest celebrity, the greatest mentor, the greatest mirror, which is nature. Nature never judges. Nature just sits and bees nature. Imagine if humanity did that more. Imagine if each one of us just were and be who we came to be. We would live our purpose. We would, reawaken to our genuine nature, and we would live with so much passion. We wouldn't be in competition. We wouldn't be in defensiveness because we would be being. And that is my purpose. That is my passion. That is my mission, to serve each and every single one of you that align with this message. That if you want that type of mentorship, please, please, please don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to reach out, and we will be the most genuine mirrors that we can as possible to be. And we do have a course that we're in a little bit over halfway. So we have dropped the price of the course because we're already over halfway. We do have a members area, and we are creating more, abundance. So especially those that feel that you're in quarantine, that you're isolated, this is, us showing up for you, letting you know you're not alone. We're right here with you. We may not be with you right there holding your hand, but vibrationally, in this Vibrillionaire lifestyle, we are holding your hand. We are holding your hearts. We are holding this divine space with you all. Because at the other side of this, we're going to find each one of ourselves and each other in a greater place. So just know that all of this is purposeful. And, I'm not going to share right here, right now, but I am going to, create a space where if those of you that want to have these conscious conversations about politics, religion, the pandemic, the virus, the government, and everything that's happening, I don't know everything. So I'm looking for experts, and I'm manifesting experts that we can have these conscious conversations, because I'm not the source and I'm not the expert, of all the information that, everybody needs. I'm just, a facet on one part of the diamond that is really bringing us back home to really remember we're at the center of this diamond and we're experiencing all together. So we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. at Nature's Inner Gathering. I don't see anybody else's comments. So if that is all that we have for today, let me see. Let me see if there's any other comments, because I noticed that when I log off, I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't see that comment. So I do want to honor a part of the diamond that is really bringing us back home to really remember we're at the center of this diamond and we're experiencing all together. I got the phone on top of the computer. At 9 a.m. There we go. So if anybody else has any more comments, and if you'd like to take the Samadhi journey, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're tired of being in this mental prison that the physical pandemic isn't affecting you, but the mental pandemic is, I desire to remind all of you that, we're here for you. And, coming from the life that I came from before, being locked up in a physical prison and going through so much physical, constant abuse and violence and all these different experiences, I was able to, transform that life and really step into something that I didn't even dream or even think of. I didn't even see myself doing this. So I'm here to tell you, if you don't envision yourself being a greater genuine version of you, let me tell you, it's there. Because I didn't even envision it. I didn't dream it. I didn't, intend it. So it's like I'm living proof that when you're here to be and embody something, no matter how much resistance comes your way, you will be it because you're destined for it. But it's how much are you willing to show up for that? Even if you don't believe it, are you willing to get out of your own way just to experience a little bit more peace that you already are? Just to experience a little bit more love, just to experience a little bit more life. And imagine the gift that you're going to give others when you awaken to live your life and be genuinely yourself. You're going to honor you and those around you. Some people might not like the genuine you because it threatens them in the nature, in the experience where they are. Don't stop being you for nobody, because that is a way that we sell our soul, for other things or other experiences, and we compromise who we are. So don't sell your soul, don't sell yourself less for anyone. Be who you are. Embody that, because you're going to be a gift for so many that the world is waiting and asking and needing you to show up for you and say yes to life. Say yes to love. Say yes to all of it, because it's here for you. All of this was made for each and every one of us. So Daniel says, a big old smile, he says, tell me about Les Brown. Oh, still in the works. I did speak to Manny, and Manny said he's going to get on a call with us. And Les Brown is committed to helping us, but we don't know which direction or which area. But what I feel it's about, getting those opportunities, to be a speaker and open up those doors so that, we can, Vibrillionex this phone and this computer into a microphone. And for people that are really showing up, that are wanting the help, that are wanting, something to transform in their life, that are wanting to live their most genuine self. And I mean, I love doing this on the computer, but it's like it's going to be like people that are already invested in showing up. And I'm not saying the people here are invested, because they are on an unconscious level, but it's more, repetitive instead of people already, showing up ready and saying yes. So if any of you are saying yes, please message us and we'll take this to the next level, because we're always taking our own journey to the next level every day. Every day it's like I get to know, I get to experience and enjoy and involve myself, because we all talk about evolution, but we talk about what's necessary for evolvement is involvement. Those that evolve, they need to, either through life humbling us or us humbling ourselves. And that's why I talk about prevention instead of protection, because we shouldn't have to wait to be humbled, meaning going through a crisis, so that we can transform our lives. Don't wait for that point. Humble yourself now, because when you humble yourself, it's like me surrendering to this. This intelligence and this wisdom and this energy that this embodies and this speaks, I don't have to make it happen. I surrender to it, and it does what it's designed naturally, efficiently, profoundly to do and be inside of me. So this is just like our soul. I mean, drink up your soul. Because you become what you eat. What you eat, you become. That's a whole other conversation on what we eat with our thoughts. Because if we think food is effective, what about the mental food that we eat? Because if a thought is worth 1,000 pictures, each picture has multiple facets of perspectives, because you could look at it one way or the other. So each thought is so profound that when you master thought in a greater way, because practice, but when you transcend thought and you're able to direct thought, not just force and will thought because you have to work hard, but really master a deeper essence part of you, so that you can really show up and tell the thought, it's your servant. Thoughts are our servants. They want to serve us. But we've been taught that this brain is the master. No, the brain is a humble servant that's waiting for you to direct it from the heart. But we need to humble ourselves, because there's a deeper voice inside of you. There's a deeper you that is waiting to come out and play, love, and live. So, I think that's good for today. I need to hop off because I need to do my Spanish live. I get to do our Spanish live. So we'll see you tomorrow at Nature's Inner Gathering. Like I said, if you like to speak, and you don't have to be a motivational speaker, you don't have to be, a coach. Like I said, you can be living out in nature and not have a home. You can be, wherever you are, but if you have a story about nature and how it's transformed you, because its simplicity is profundity. So it doesn't have to be this complex story. Very simplicity is the key. So if you can share something that's simple, and I know it's going to be profound, I mean, your stories will transform lives. And people that are watching us are waiting to hear you. People that are tuning into our lives are waiting to feel you, to connect with you in your story, and what you get to do. You signed up for it. All of this is serving its purpose. But when we get in our heads, I mean, this is why, don't even get me started on that, but this is why we do what we do, is if we don't transcend thought and take responsibility of thought in a very loving, very effective way, then those thoughts are going to affect us. And what we hear on the news, what we hear in the media, what we hear in social media, what we hear in politics, what we hear in the medical industry and all these different spaces is going to affect us, because we can't even trust our thoughts. So our thoughts are being influenced from the outside instead of being masterfully influenced from the inside. Because the thoughts were meant to be mastered from the inside and then projected outside as to serve humanity, not to devastate humanity. Because we've been so much taught what to think that our thoughts are devastating this world, because we haven't been taught how to think. So if you'd like to step into this journey and really master thought on a whole nother level and really show up in how to think and use your thoughts to transform your reality and be the mirror of transformation for others so they can get out of their heads and awaken their hearts, Because let me tell you, the little amount of people, you and I, both Facebook and Instagram, the little amount of people that awaken the heart is going to transform the billions. And yes, I've said it. The billions. And it's going to affect in a great way the masses of humanity. Even though we can't see this, just like you can't see the credit card deposits going by your head right now. You can't see the radio stations that are being listened right now. You can't hear the Wi-Fi. You can't see the Wi-Fi. You can't see the visions of what's being projected all around you. Why would you doubt that the thoughts that you think, and not the emotions, but the feelings of awareness that you project, is any less than that? It is the cause of all reality. It is more powerful than all of that. So I had something come up that I want to share, and I want to give shout outs to an amazing call two amazing calls that I had today. Basa Vivi in the morning and Teresa Ramirez Petroni, both are amazing in their field. And I want to give shout outs to them because I was just so humbled from such an amazing person that is just so like normal and genuine. And it's just, I was humbled by that. And also the other part I was humbled by today is that Teresa, we'll call it Teresa, we're talking about woohoo, and it's like, people are experiencing woohoo right now. I mean, think about the woohoo. It's like the fears are being projected, and it's like woohoo. It's like so, what is it called? Intimidating, right? And it's like when we get past that woohoo of intimidation, we awaken the wow of life. So, they call spirituality and this lifestyle that we live woohoo, but let me tell you, the real woohoo, like oh my gosh, woohoo, is continuing to manifest your sabotaging patterns, continuing to get in your own way, continuing to believe you're your worst enemy, continuing to think that you have to work hard to make a difference instead of working humbly, wisely, efficiently, making a difference in your life and powerfully projecting that out and showing up and knowing when to show up. And that's the wow factor of life. So I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to, trademark that or quote that. The woohoo, face the woohoo and embrace and reawaken the wow of your life, because you're on the other side of you. But you gotta realize what's in your way from the wildness of your life, because the wildness of your life is right here, right now. And if you can't really conceptualize that, if you can't really internalize that, that's okay. Just start contemplating on embracing that, thinking that, opening up to that, feeling that. And you'll be a whole nother person, and you'll be so grateful to that person, because that person was your soul waiting for you the whole time. So thank you, everyone. Blessings. I love each and every single one of you. We'll see you tomorrow at Nature's Inner Gathering. Please share this message and share Nature's Inner Gathering so we can bring more people and bring more voices onto Nature's Inner Gathering, because we need all of you. Thank you. Blessings. Namaste. Remember, prevention, not protection. Focus on prevention. No matter what you hear out there, and I'm not a doctor, okay? So investigate and do your work to find out for yourself. But prevent by embodying life's love through fruits, vegetables, drink lots of water. I don't have drink lots of water. Hydrate. This is a very powerful, conduit of energy, magnetism. So we are electromagnetic. So drink lots of water, especially in the winter when so many people are, it's cold, so I don't need lots of water. No, this is when you need lots of water. But don't overdrink water because you don't need too much either. So balance. And, whether it's cold wherever you are, buy a grounding pad. Make sure you're still connecting to Mother Earth. If you can't go outside, get yourself a grounding pad, grounding shoes, and don't be disconnected from Mother Nature, physically. Connect with all of life. because you are connected. So thank you, everyone. Blessings, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Kathleen. Blessings to you all. We'll see you on the next live or in person.